Hello there. Hello, 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 hello. I did not expect anybody to actually be here on the first stream, and I think the fact that there are people here makes me even more stressed. But I have done more stressful things in my life, so I will handle it somehow. Maybe I won't sleep tonight, but who cares about that? Who know? Okay. So, what are we doing today? I have been saying all the time that I will be making something for every follower, and I will, and let me explain. I have everything right here. I will be crocheting, and I have those fairy lights, and I will be making them into. I have a cat in my room, and I don't know where she came from. Okay. But I will be making them into flowers. Every light is going to be a flower, and then I will add some leaves, and the whole cable I will turn into a vein. I'm doing grain just deep breaths. It's hard to take deep breaths, honestly. I feel like my lungs have shrunk to just like a coin size, and I'm shaking. But I will pretend that I'm fine. I'm definitely not extremely hot right now, but let's not care about that. And I have my little supporter here. I don't know if she's going to want to show herself. My kitty is here. Your girlfriend also crochets. That is so cool. I think you can tell her. I don't know if she knows that, but crochet is something that machines still cannot do. And I think that it's pretty cool. And I feel pretty cool that I know something that machine don't. So you can tell her that. So, and what I'm going to be doing for every follower is that I will be making a flower for every follower. And I am currently at 5 followers, which I think is absolutely crazy for the fact that this is my first stream and that I don't have any big platform. And I'm super happy about that. I'm super excited. So, yeah. Element since experiment, I'm sorry. Experiment, since you're here, you can choose a color that you want. I have pretty much everything except yellow. This shows as yellow on camera. This is actually a more gold color. So you can tell me whatever you want. We'll pretend to be fine, so you're well on your way to being a great streamer. Thank you. Yeah, AI. Yeah, I'm hoping that when AI takes over the world, the fact that I know how to crochet will give me my food rations, since it's something that robots cannot do. Yes, I've got an emotional support cat, which is also going to probably be an annoying cat that's going to play with my yarn, but oh, you give me green is my favorite color. Okay, I have multiple greens. So this is one that I'm thinking that I'm going to do the vein. So I wouldn't recommend this one because it's going to be the same color as the leaves and the vein, but I do have these two. This one is more blue, but this is like green. The dark green. Okay, so this is the darkest green that I have. You gotta earn yarn bread somehow when you rob a nation's right. Actually, yes. And this is what I'm hoping for with the crochet. Okay, and let me grab this. You can't unfortunately see her much, but she is demanding pets. And whenever I don't pet her, she like rubs her head on me so that I pet her. The blue green looks good, like hairy platypus. Give me that. Okay. Alright, I need to also put on the pattern. Give me 1 second. Bury the platypus. Platypus? Bury the platypus. Okay, so I will start with the flower for you. I'm going to take this. Also, I was checking these lights today and they thankfully don't get hot, so I think I should be fine putting yarn on them. Nothing will melt, hopefully. I am shaking so much and do you see that? She is not helping me. I think I will have to kick her out from my legs in a second if she doesn't stop. But she's so cute. She's a shelter cat, and when she came to us, she was really scared. And it took me a good few months to make her like me or like any of us. And I just don't like the fact that I was the one putting the most effort into making her like us. And now she's liking everybody in this house, which is, I think, kind of unfair. But also, she does like me the most, so I'm gonna take that. It won't let you know your camera is lagging a little bit, but it's not bad. You're still clear, just freeze occasionally. Oh, what a poor little baby. I don't think I can do anything about that camera. I was trying. I think it's because my laptop is not the best, and I think that I will switch to my boyfriend's laptop next time because his is better, but I have already set up everything on my laptop. And yeah, I think it's because my laptop is not handling it. I don't have anything turned on my laptop besides OBS, camera, software, and one picture. So I can't even turn anything off. Maybe you should have kept the cat love and made her only love you. Gatekeep. If I could, I would do that. But she just automatically started liking everybody else. So I couldn't stop her. Crocheting with shaky hands is really difficult, and I think that maybe it would be a better idea if I chose something just a little bit easier than a tiny flower, but you live and you learn, yeah? So hopefully I will do better next time. I do also know that it's so important, like everybody that is saying how to stream is saying like, talk all the time. And I thought it's going to be easy because I have 1,000 thoughts a minute in my head, but actually talking all the time, not that easy. Not that easy. I get it, sometimes my OBS just gets so laggy and I never know what the problem is. I just ended up ending my stream till another day. Well, I'm not gonna end it after 6 minutes. But hopefully it will just sort itself out, and if not, then again I'll just switch it to a different laptop. Although I really do not want to go through the whole setup again, but I also don't want to have laggy streams, and I feel like the second option is worse. The laggy streams are worse. I know, right? It's so hard to get those thoughts out, especially when you're thinking you have to keep talking. Yes, exactly. Also, I feel like it might be a little bit easier if there's a game on. I have no idea how people do it when they do just chatting, but also I don't know if there are any new streamers who start with just chatting, because just chatting is usually you talk with the chat, and you are very active, but overall for new streamers we don't have many activity in the chat. It's not like enough to, I don't want to make it sound bad, but it's not enough to make it entertaining to just talk with the chat. You have to do something else. And so yeah, I feel like with the game it might be a little bit easier. I do at least have crochet, although it's not doing the best right now. I am on the second row and I have 7 rows to do. And I have to do at least 5 flowers because that's how many followers I have. So it is hard. Also, I chose a wrong thing to do because with crochet, I don't know how much crochet you have done, if anything, or how much your girlfriend has told you, but with crocheting something like this, you have to focus on what you're doing. Like, for example, I have to count the stitches that I'm doing. How am I supposed to count and talk at the same time? So yeah, not the best choice on my end, but again, you live and you learn. I understand the whole setup is exhausting. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Especially when something doesn't want to work, like the mic, for example. We talked about it on TikTok. I believe you are the same person who I exchanged a few comments. The whole setup is. I tried to use another software. I had to remake everything else. Oh my god. I've heard that OBS is the best, so I just stick with it. Yeah, it's like you have to do the stream equivalent of jingling your keys to get the chat's attention. Yeah, exactly. I don't know much, but I know that you have to focus and count the rows and not let it be too loose or too light either. Exactly. The too loose part is quite easy if you have experience, and I've been crocheting for over 3 years, like 3.5 years, so I don't have to focus on that, but counting the stitches is not gonna learn, I don't know, to count the stitches without counting them. Yeah, I remember. Okay, but I'll try to do the next row. This is where it's starting to get harder, but later it will be easier and I won't have to count for some time. Also, I was thinking that I have 100 lights in this string, and I was thinking that for the ones that I don't get, because I don't think I will get 100 followers today, I think I will do just gray yarn, but with how fast I am going right now, I don't think I will have much time more than the 5 flowers that I will do. Also, can you tell me whether or not you can hear somebody sanding in the room next to me? Because we have, how do you call it? A guy that's doing renovations, and he was supposed to end his work at 4, but he came a little bit later, so he's ending a little bit later, and he's standing right next to my door. So I did add a noise reduction, so you shouldn't be able to hear it, but maybe you still do. I hope not. Curse the yarn goes. They test us with my. Oh, hell yeah! I currently have this whip. Wait, let me show you. This is like a bed cover, so that when my cats get on the bed, I don't get their fur on my bed sheets. And I had to do like 340 chains. I was recounting it, I think, like 5 times to make sure that I'm doing it correctly. I can hear the buzzing. Yes, it sounds like you have a massive bumblebee when it. Oh no! I hope he will end soon. I can maybe try. Wait. Oh, he ended now. Okay, I think he ended now. From what I can you hear the conversation right now? I think my boyfriend is talking with him. It's alright, I can still hear you. It's just buzzing as well. Okay, that's good. That's good enough for now. I hope the renovations are going to end soon because, well, it's not going to be fun streaming like that. Or at least the loud part of the renovations. I think I finished the third row. Okay, I did. Now is the easy part. I just need a stitch marker that I don't see here. Oh no, I don't have a stitch marker. Do I have something here? Oh, okay. My cat just jumped from my legs. I don't know why, but she does get scared easily. So maybe just because I was moving. Now I can hear the commercial. Okay, that's good. Also, another thing is that English is not my native language. And although I do feel like I can speak it pretty well, it is quite exhausting to do. And I am worried that I won't be able to speak in English for 4 hours straight. I remember that one time I used to hang out with a guy and we would talk in English to practice our English. And I remember I was exhausted after that. And but I think we met for longer than 4 hours because I'm planning around 4 hours of stream. But also it was a long time ago, so maybe I'm out of practice now and it is going to be exhausting again. I hope not. Also, if it is, I will at some point it will stop being if I will be consistent with the streaming. But it's just something that I'm worried about. Yeah, noise pollution is one of the most annoying things with streaming. It took me so long to figure out how to fix it. I hated how you could hear a thud every time I tapped on the table. Exactly. You can't see it now, but I have my mic on like a folded styrofoam pad or foam pad because you could hear anytime I even touched the table. And this is the best that I came up with right now. I do want a mic hand? No, mic stand. And but it costs money and I don't know if streaming is actually something that I want to do or I mean, I know that it is something that I want to do, but I don't know if it's something that I will be good at and I will continue doing. So until I start earning money from streaming, I don't want to put that much money into streaming. Yeah, I saw that TikTok does Prisma. Thank you. Yeah, I'm surprised that it works, but I'm happy that it does. Also, it's not very safe and stable because if I knock the mic, I will knock it on the floor, and that's not going to be good. And it's probably going to sound worse than just tapping on the table. But I'm just trying to not come close to it, and I'm hoping that it will be fine. Fine. Also, I feel like this flower is not looking how I would like it to look. I feel like it's not like rounding up how it's supposed to be. But hopefully, when I finish, it's going to look good. I got a mic stand arm that I had attached to my desk. I brought in another smaller table and it fixed everything. Oh, that's good. I was thinking about attaching the stand to something else and not my desk because I was worried that it's still going to transfer the noise. Supposedly, this mic does have like the rubber bands that are supposed to minimize the noise that you can hear from tapping anything else, but I think that because it is cheap, it doesn't really work great or well at all. It's alright, it doesn't need to look perfect. I still appreciate a good piece of art. I'm glad. I'm glad. Oh, and also I forgot to say that, but when I'm finished with the lights, I will hang them like somewhere behind me, probably on the bed frame, that like the front one. You cannot see it, but I will try to hang it low so you will be able to see it. And it's going to stay in the background and it's going to be like a memorial. I don't know if it's a good word, but like a memorial for the first followers, which I think is pretty cool. I am quite close to finishing the first flower. Also, I am starting to feel less stressed, although I am still very hot and I am glad that you cannot see that I'm red. Oh, I am seeing how my camera is Oh, it's crashing a lot. I am looking at myself in the OBS, but I also have my phone with my other account uh, on my desk, and I can see how. Oh, it is bad. Okay, I will definitely need to. Why did I max out now? That's weird. I maxed out on the mic, but I will definitely need to switch the laptop. Maybe I will quiet it down a little bit. Can you still hear me now? I think you can. The best thing is to attach it to something other than your desk, otherwise you will have a lot of issues trying to fix your audio settings. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, that's like how it's going to work. Yeah, that's really cool. A monument to your early days. Exactly. Yeah, it's not good, but your audio is perfect. That's way more important, honestly. Okay, that's good. At least that. I don't know. Maybe if I was because I'm as my camera, I am using my currently my boyfriend's phone that is going to soon be mine, and I'm just like transferring the video through an app. So I don't know if it's an issue with that app, with our Wi-Fi, although we're supposed to have a pretty good Wi-Fi, so I don't know if it's that. I don't think it's that, or just the fact that my laptop is bad. I don't know. There can be so many things. Your audio is great. I'm also surprised how crispy you sound. And this is your first. Oh my god, thank you! I was really trying my best to make it sound good. Although I did also feel like there's kind of a certain point to what I want to get on my first stream, and that point is not going to be perfect and ideal. Because I knew that if I wanted to do everything perfectly before the first stream, that I will never start. And yeah, so I know that it's not great. Like, not everything is perfect, maybe let's say that. But I did try to do the best that I could with the time that I had. Maybe there's a problem when transferring the video to OBS. Maybe, although... Give me a moment. I don't know. Maybe. Although, like, in the OBS, I can see it properly, so I think it's more between OBS and stream, I guess. But that's, I don't know what can be causing that. I will have to look into that after the stream. Yeah, your audio is great. My first stream sounded like I was eating my mic. Could hear me breathe, so I started holding. Oh my god, that is so bad. I mean, so bad that you had to hold your breath. I heard that some people have their mic so like picking up everything that they have a toilet next to their room and they go use that toilet and you can hear everything. I personally never experienced that when watching somebody else, but I heard that people do experience that, and I honestly think that this is worse than hearing somebody breathe. Yeah, maybe that. Maybe you need to change some video setting and see how much resources you're giving your video. How do I see that? Oh my god. I mean, no, wait. I think I heard about something in the OBS. How do I look it up? I don't know. I will definitely have to look that up. Also, if you don't mind me asking, are you from Poland? Because I feel like XD is something that mostly Polish people use, and I see that you used it. I've even watched a video about it, how XD is very like ironic in the US or anywhere besides Poland, basically, but in Poland we actually use it as like LMAO or LOL. I am on this, I think, second to last row. So I'm close to finishing it. And we will attach it. Something happened. Another chatter. Hello. Oh my god, a rate of 18. Hello, everybody. Hi. I don't know what to do now. This is my first rate. Hello. Hello. I'm so happy you're here. Everybody, what are you doing? I am currently crocheting flowers for lights that I'm going to hang on the bed frame. What were you doing? No, I'm from Norway, but I use XDLR. Okay. A raid. Yes, we have a raid. I'm so happy. Hello, hello, everybody. Thank you, Charmander5, for the raid. If you guys feel like talking, you can tell me what you are doing and how the stream went. First stream, so exciting. I would say stressful more than I am also excited, but I am also very stressed. I was very stressed at the beginning, then I feel like I calmed down a little bit, but now the raid also stressed me out. But like in a good thing, stress because it's something new, you know? So new things are stressful. I am also very excited about it, but I am also stressed again. We're crocheting a star blanket I started over a year ago. Oh, I did that blanket. I have it somewhere in the chest of drawers. What colors were you making? By the way, what do you prefer to be called? Layla. Just Layla. Nothing to stress about. Excited for you on starting your streaming journey. Welcome to the community. Thank you. Oh my god, that is so sweet. Thank you so much. Yeah, I wanted to start streaming, I think, over 3 years ago. I was in my, I don't know if you guys were watching it, but in my Dream SMP era back then, and I wanted to also stream, but never got to it. And now I decided that I do have some free time, and this is basically, I think, the last time that I will have time to do that. Thank you so much for the follow. I'm using a jaded brown gray earthy tone colors. Ooh, that must look really cool. And thank you for the follow. I am making something for every follower, and that something is a little flower that I will have on this light. I want to make it basically into like fairy flower light. So if you want to, you can choose a color, although I am almost 30 minutes into the stream and I am still on my first flower, so I'm not sure if I will be able to do all the flowers, but after I finish this one, I can start doing a flower for you, Charmander, if you want to choose a color. But yeah, this is what I'm doing, and we were talking just a moment ago that I'm going to hang it and have like a little memorial for the people that were here at the beginning. I still miss the legend. I cried when I saw it in the Minecraft movie. I don't know if you watched it, but I cried about it. A raid on the first day, that's badass. Thank you. If you need any help at all with your stream setup settings at all, please feel free to ask. I like to help. Started streaming last January, so it was a lot to learn, and I met a lot of people on Twitch itself who helped. I feel like small streamers are very helpful. Like, I recently was watching a girl who also had like, I think like 12, 14 viewers. I didn't even try to talk about the fact that I want to start streaming, but she was really helpful. Experiment here is also a streamer, also really helpful. I feel like you guys are so cool and so nice. I currently don't have question. I usually like to just watch a video because I'm not really good at reading and understanding. I prefer to have a video, but thank you so much for just the offer. And if I will have ever something that I will not be able to find a video about, I will definitely ask you. I mainly watched the Dream Manhunt videos, but I missed out. Missed out of Technoblade till after he had passed. Yes, he's not a king, he's a legend. Exactly. I asked. Thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you. Although, from what Experiment has told me, it wasn't that bad. It was just a little bit of buzzing, so not that bad. Mr. Jurek is the guy who is renovating our house, and Daniel is my boyfriend. Yeah, I know a lot of small students who really helped me with my audio and getting my streams to look better. Yeah, small students are so cool. Welcome to streaming. Makers and crafters are a great place to be. I think that too. I don't have that much time to watch other streamers, although whenever I have free time, I do try to do it. But yes, this community feels very inviting and very like warm and cozy and nice. Thank you for the follow, Passion Tiger. I am making flowers for every follower that I will be hanging on a string of lights. So if you wanna pick a color, feel free to do it. This is not yellow, by the way. This is more like a gold color. It just shows on camera as yellow. Although I am still on my first flower, so I don't know how many I will actually make today. Maybe I will put it here so you can hear the color, see the colors a little bit more. Not here. Like that. I have pretty much every color besides yellow and orange. I'm not sure if I have enough to make a flower. Of course, I'll follow you, so I'll be here. Thank you. It definitely is. Thank you so much for the follow again. Oh my god, this is so nice. How do you have? I know, it shows me 7 followers, but I think I have more. I should have 8. I have 8 followers. Oh my god, I am so happy. Definitely is one of the most iconic support community I've been a part of. Yeah, I think that too. I'm glad that it is, because I feel like other communities, at least I'm not sure how it is with streaming, but I know that in some games, League of Legends, people are not very inviting, and for example, that's the reason why I don't play League, because somebody hated on me when I tried to learn it, and I've never played it again. No worries, we are happy to help. I'm visiting family right now, so I can't look through OBS to help if you need be. I understand. Sometimes helps to know where to start searching when troubleshooting. Experience can't help with that. That's true. Oh, I even have, yeah, I 8 followers, okay. Daniel, it wasn't that bad, it's a little bad, so no worries. I think I'm back on the chat, but I'm trying to read every message. How long have you been crocheting for? 3.5 years? I think I started like June or July 2022, I believe, but I am a crocheter with long breaks. I like to crochet for like a year, then stop for half a year, and then again crochet for a year. So it's not 3.5 years of constant crocheting. I would say like constant crocheting is like maybe 2 years of that. I picked that rose color besides the pink. Rose. Wait, I don't know which one is rose. I have 3 pinks. The dark, the medium, or the light. Pick a color, any color picks dark green. I wouldn't recommend. Yeah, that was experiment picking a color. Yeah, tried playing League too, but got roasted, so now I'm not. Same. Only thing that I could. Oh my god, I'm sorry. That I could touch is TFT, but I learned it, and then they changed everything, and I decided that I don't want to learn it again. Euro crocheted with hibernation. Exactly. That is such a perfect description. The one left in the basket next to the brownish ones. This one. I think it was this one. Okay, I will keep that on my desk for now. And I'll try to finish this pattern. Oh, now I have something hard to do. Wait. I need to slip stitch, single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, And then in the next, again, double crochet, half double and single. Okay. Okay, I made my first petal. I played Valorant for a bit and haven't played it in a while, so now I'm rusty. I am scared of any like shooter game, and I think Valorant is a shooter, or at least I think. I'm sure. No, it's still in the basket. This one. Third from the corner. Please tell me it's this one. I know, I only have this one. This is not a rose color, so I don't think. This is like a red with black. Yeah, Valorant is a shooter. Yeah, I'm scared of shooters and anything that is like a group game where you play with other people, like League, because I'm scared that they are going to be mean to me. This one, okay, good. Also, there is like I'm pretty sure a 10-second delay, so just so you know that if I'm like asking and wondering and then you tell me and I'm still wondering, that's because of the one you put back. Okay. Okay. Sorry. It does look different, I think, on camera. It is like a black and red. I feel like you still can really pick that up. Yeah, something like that. But I think it's pretty cool. It's also like a little bit textured. That word. I have a friend who's traumatized by playing with and against other people too, and I'm trying to slowly encourage her to play them with me. My boyfriend was trying to encourage me to play League, and I even installed it, and then I had a flashback of what was happening, and I decided to not do it anymore. And I told him that I won't do it. Okay, I'm trying to finish the flower because I want to start making the other ones. Oh my god, I was thinking that maybe I can finish the whole thing in one stream, but I guess I won't. But it's really nice chatting with you guys. Right now I'm trying to get her to play Helldivers 2 with me and hopefully help her feel more comfortable with it. I have no idea what this game is. It sounds scary, but I hope you can do it and you will convince her and she will have fun. I'm more like a Minecraft girly, or yeah, mainly Minecraft, or a Lego. I like playing Lego with my boyfriend. This is a game that I like. You cannot die, you cannot fail. If you die, you just come back to life and you try again. That is the type of game that I play. SDV, I have no idea what that means. I would usually just look it up, but I cannot do it right now, so please tell me what SDV means. That is also something that I am a little bit scared of. So I've already said it before, but English is not my native language. And one thing is that speaking English is tiring, like more tiring than speaking my native language. But also, there are things that I don't understand that are more, for example, American culture, or like short things like the SDV. I have no idea what it means. But I have to, like, it will happen to me and I'm scared of not understanding or somebody making fun of me or something like that. If you play it, oh, Stardew Valley. Okay, if you played it, you would know Stardew Valley. Yeah, I never played it. Isn't this only available on Nintendo? I know that people, like, I know that it is also a cozy game, but I think it's only on Nintendo. Helldivers 2 is a game where you drop down into a planet for its basically a death mission. It's really fun and has anything from easy difficult to bullet hell difficulty. It's really fun with friends. Is this something like Fortnite? Is Fortnite? I think Fortnite is also like you drop down on a map and it then starts shrinking. Or is it not with people, the Helldivers? So is it with like randoms or not? Stardew Valley is or Neverfig. Oh, then I will have to check it out. I think it was on Nintendo. Also, I am not that big of a gamer. I have like few games that I play, like the Minecraft or the Lego. Although Minecraft I haven't played also in like 2 years, I think. Usually if I play it's because my boyfriend wants to play with me, because he's like a big gamer and that is something that we can do that he likes. For example, we sometimes also paint because that's something that I like to do. And he doesn't, but he does it for me, and I sometimes play games with him. Although Lego I do enjoy. Translating won't be tiring, and that's fine. Don't be concerned about the haters. That's why you do have timeouts and bans. True. Although I have yet to do any of that on somebody. So I don't even know how to do it for now. But I guess I will learn at some point. Okay, I finished the first flower and I have another follower. Oh my god, hello. Hi. Thank you. Thank you so much. Gypsy, if you want to, I am making a flower for everybody who follows. So here are the colors and you can choose a color that you want. Okay, let me just finish this up. I am looking for yarn. Thank God. I hate weaving in the ends. That is the worst part of crocheting. I have so many unfinished crochet things because I had to either weave in the ends or stitch something. Stitching, I also hate stitching. I wish I could just crochet and not do anything else. Nice. Wait. That is only with your team. You're just killing robots and bugs, but you are all working together and organize. That sounds more fun than Fortnite. But also, your team, does it mean like only your friends, or can you also have random people? Nice, looks great. Thank you. You just did one in my color. Okay, I will do another one then. Because this one is for experiment. Okay, and I will put it on the light now. I'm not gonna put it at the beginning because I feel like at the beginning you won't be able to see, so I'm like putting it a little bit later. Oh my god, isn't this so cute? I think it's so cute. And it is going to look so cute in the background. Okay, next I'm going to do this one. I'm not sure if I think I will have to do with 2 yarns because this is quite thin. I love Minecraft. I have a server with my friends that we've been playing on for over a year. We still haven't killed the wither, but hopefully soon. Killing wither and killing the dragon are two scariest things on Minecraft, and I hate doing both, but also both of them are pretty important in the game, and I don't like that. My favorite thing is to go in the mine and just mine for a few hours. That one isn't for a follower. It is for a follower. It is for experiment. he was the first in the chat, so I started doing for him, and it took me 50 minutes to make just one follower, because it's not that easy to focus on both chatting and crocheting. In Hilarious, you can choose if you allow random players, but you don't have to. It mainly just play with my friends, even if we're not a full team. Well, that sounds fun. I could do that. That is also something that I started doing with League at the beginning, but then we didn't have one person, and in League you can't have a smaller team, and we had to have one random person, and he was a dick to me, and that's why I stopped playing. Love is great. I'm happy. This one's for me. Yes, exactly. No worries. She said practice, so I was clear. Practice of clear. I never killed the Ender Dragon before. I did it with my friends last year. I actually streamed it and re-rated the end for Elyras? For Elyras. Yeah, I like Elytras. Elytras, not Elyras. I killed the dragon once in my life, and I think I died like 13 times. Surprisingly, half of it was not from the dragon, it was from the Enderman, which I think shows how good I am playing Minecraft. But I did it eventually, and I do still have that server somewhere, not server word. Although I have lost access to my Minecraft because I haven't played it in a long time and I don't remember the password. But I will try to get it back because it is something that I would also really like to stream. But I have to figure out how to get back access to it. And I think worst case scenario, I would just have to like message Mojang or Microsoft, because I believe Microsoft owns Minecraft now, and tell them like, hey, I bought it, but I cannot access it. Give me it back, please. Last time I played, we got a random, and they were really cool and fun. We finished a mission and gave them a hug before we left them to play just as. Most randoms I've met are nice and helpful new players. That's good. Maybe that's it's different in different communities. I feel like League is very toxic, and I feel like everybody says it, and it's like known thing. Same with CS:GO. That's also, I think, pretty toxic. But maybe, what was it? Helldivers too? Do I remember correctly? Yes, Helldivers too. Maybe just the community is better. I'm the kind of person to eat the first pancake they got almost up. Same. Although I am learning to put myself first, because I have been putting everybody else first, and other people don't do it, which I think fair. I feel like everybody should put themselves first, but if I'm putting somebody else first and they are putting themselves first, then I am losing on that. So I am learning how to put also myself first and give me also the good pancake, and throw out the first one because nobody actually has to eat it. Also, if I am, like right now, I wasn't sure about the name of the game, or if I'm forgetting names or something like that, I'm really sorry, but that is because of the stress. I feel like after I will end the stream, I'm going to just black out everything. I don't think I will remember even a second of it because of the stress, so I'm really sorry in advance. Yes, Helldivers 2 is a great shooter, lots of fun if you love running around and shooting bugs, robots, and not stress too much if you die because you will get back real quick. That sounds fun. If I had more people to play with, I feel like I could play that. You are fine. Thank you. I'm not sure if this is the answer to something that I said because of the delay. I'm not sure what if it's a compliment that I look fine, or is it something that I said and you're responding that I'm fine. I'm sorry. No worries, I get it. It's the after I stream it, also feel tired and just want to lay down and not think about anything. Yeah, I feel like the beginnings are hard. I know that probably people who stream for years just go about it like it's just another thing that they do in a day, but the first things, the first streams are definitely scary. And also, I know that I had a situation where I was so stressed that I blacked out, and it was me passing my driver's license. I was driving for over an hour. I can remember maybe 10 minutes of it. Actually, I was driving for over an hour. I don't know if I said an hour of over an hour. I was driving for longer than like I'm legally supposed to, because supposedly the exam is supposed to be maximum it's minimum 15 minutes, I believe, and maximum an hour in Poland. And I was driving for 65 minutes, but I did pass, so it's fine. But yeah, I don't remember almost anything from it. I'm proud of you for putting yourself more and taking the good not taking the good punk instead of sitting for the first messed up punk. You deserve the best. You too. You too. But it is also hard to put yourself first, especially if you're a people pleaser and like I also have ADHD, and with ADHD comes rejection sensitivity dysphoria. So when I'm putting myself first, I'm scared that somebody is going to be mad at me, even though there is no reason for that, but my brain thinks that there is. You're doing fine on the stream. Okay. Okay. I can now see how questionable my comment was. That happens often enough that I should clarify my comments better. Feel free to practice removing that comment or even giving me a timeout. Okay. I don't think I can do it from OBS. Can I? I can pin your comment or I can respond. Yeah, I don't think I can do that. Well, next time. Peanut butter mochi, hello! Nice. Wait, I'm going to just read the comment first. Nice, good job passing your driver's license. Thank you. It actually happened 7 years ago, 6 years ago. But thank you. I know it's really hard, and you did great. Thank you. I am pretty good driver now, but I used to be. I am still pretty scared of driving a car. A little bit less now, but I've also been really stressed about it and not liking it. And also, driving license test in Poland is like one of the hardest in the world, or at least that's what I've heard about. And it's even weirder now than when I was passing it. And it took me 4 tries to pass it, but I did in the end, so it's fine. So glad to see you streaming. Thank you so much. And I'm so happy to see you in the chat. It's so nice. Oh my god. I am making flowers for every follower. I currently finished one and I am doing the second one. But if you would like to choose a color for your flower, you can choose them from here, or if you don't see them, I can show them closer. Or I also have a few more yarns, so if you don't see anything that you would like, just tell me what you would like. But also, I cannot promise that I will finish making the flowers for you, or I will be overall able to make the flowers, because as I said, I am streaming for almost an hour, and I've just started the second one, so it's not that easy. I did not think through the fact that I have to focus on the pattern when I'm making something, so not the best choice for the first stream, but you live and you learn. You can, in the chat setting, you can find a toggle which puts a timeout, delete message, and ban button next to someone's name. I use it all the time, and it's godsend when you try to ban bots. In the chat settings? Where are the chat settings? We're here? Chat settings, okay. I think I have it. Someone. I am reading the chat settings. Sorry for not talking, but I'm trying to find what we are talking about. I don't see it. Switch to non-mod settings. I don't know. I think I will just have to look it up after the stream because I don't wanna just sit and read it without speaking. When down I go. Yes, I will finish them eventually. You're so sweet. Take your time crafting. It's just nice to see your face. Thank you. I'm gonna blush, but thankfully with this lighting you cannot see that. So experiment not bad. I'm meant to be working, which is totally. How are you doing? It's okay to respond to us immediately. This is your stream. Just get to us when you can. No, but I also don't want to just be silent, especially that I didn't put on any music, and I will feel less stressed out about it if I do it after the stream. But thank you for being nice to me. I hope the calls went well, Charmander. I hate making calls. I hate being an adult, basically. I wish I was like. On one hand, I wish I was 17, but also there are things that only adults can do that are pretty cool. But I wish I didn't have the responsibilities. Like, for example, recently I had to go to the dentist and tell them that they fucked up my tooth and it started hurting, and I felt so bad that I have to like point it out. I don't like that. I would prefer to sit in my room, craft, or something. That is me, not being an adult. I am laughing at the experiments joke. Joel, love the typo. I mean Joey, goddammit. Adulting is not exactly, and hard, and I don't like it. Oh, I made too many stitches here. How did I do it? Okay. I can start another row. Also, this yarn is pretty annoying to work with because it like attaches to itself. You know what I mean? It's not like it doesn't slip easily. I have another follower. Oh my god, hello, thank you. And I've reached my goal of 10 followers. Oh my god. That is so cool. Thank you so much. I am making flowers for every follower, so if you wanna pick a color, go for it. But it is taking me a very long time to make those flowers, so I cannot promise that I will finish them. Also, I have 11 viewers. Oh my god! Thank you so much, everybody. Well, I shouldn't have saw that because now I am stressed. I hate making calls. I want to text people instead. If my doctor's office didn't have an app, I wouldn't go. Same. Everything on the phone, like reservation, everything. If I cannot go to somebody without, I mean, with doctors, I would call them if I didn't have any other option. But thankfully, I do have options. So I will always choose a message or just like a scheduling app instead of call. My boyfriend is the other way. He prefers to call somebody, which does make sense because, for example, I will prefer to spend 30 minutes on the internet trying to look for an answer, and he is the one who's just going to like call a shop and ask them, and it will take less time for him to get an answer than me, but I still won't do it. Let's go another follower. Yay! You're doing an amazing job, Layla. Thank you! Oh my god. I am so stressed. I know that I'm talking about it a lot, but I am also very stressed out person. I am stressed out about basically everything, so this is not a surprise to me. You're doing I will take green, please. Okay, I have 3 greens. The dark, the light, or like the teal one? You can tell me which one do you prefer. With this one, I am planning to do the leaves and the veins, so I wouldn't really recommend this one because it's going to be the same color. Yeah, but if you would like to, then go for it. 11 personifies something. You didn't have to say it like that. Definitely didn't make me even more stressed now, you know? Unless we have a pirate among us. Maybe. Light green. Okay. I'm also a stressed out person, so is my girlfriend. I've been helping people stress less most of my life. How do you stress less? Because for me, the only thing are like medication. I mean, I'm not talking about any strong medication, but like herbs and stuff. And I don't really know anything else. Or like telling myself that I am excited and not stressed. I don't have any other like ways. No, actually, I do have another one, but I never use it. If I'm really stressed about something that is not currently happening, but it's going to happen in the future, I did that once and it worked. But I know that it's supposed to work. But basically, you take a journal or like a piece of paper or whatever, you write what you're stressed about, you write every possible outcome, even the worst one that you can think of, and then you write what will you do and what will actually happen when those outcomes are. So you take like, for example, I did it for a job interview, and like, what is the worst thing that can happen? Well, I don't get a job, and there was a situation that a friend might have been laughing at me. I mean, a friend, somebody who I knew, could laugh at me that I didn't get the job. And I wrote like, okay, what will happen if that happens? Well, I will still look for a job, and then he probably won't laugh because he's an adult. But also, if he does, then why would I care about it? And I stopped being stressed after that. But again, I never did it again. But it works if you like that. That means one person watching is following it. Exactly. And there is, oh, and we suddenly have 9 viewers. They left. How I stress less is I take deep breaths and try to focus on what I can control instead of what I can't. I sort out the best thing that I can do in the situation and do my best. That is a good idea, but I overthink too much for it. Like, I cannot control my brain that and that it is going to go to the worst possible option. If I'm doing my best, then I'm never gonna get a better outcome than that. But what if I don't think that I'm doing my best? What if I always feel like that I should do better and that I could do better? I am getting lost with this yarn. Also, I cannot see stitches in it. So I'm just hoping I'm doing it correctly. But I should finish the 3rd row soon and be fine. Hopefully. My girlfriend can't control her brain like that either, so I help her. I've gone therapy, so I've learned a lot of tricks to calm down. I wish I could go to therapy, but in this economy, oh my god. I also wish I could go to therapy with my ADHD. But honestly, when I stopped working at 9 to 5, it definitely got better, which is kind of obvious. But I also did a lot of work myself. But I still feel like there's more to learn, you know? And a therapist could give me that. I feel like therapy is really cool. I don't know how it looks where you're from or like the people you are around, but I feel like in Poland, therapy is very badly looked upon. Like if somebody's going to a therapist, that means they're like weird, crazy. But it's not that. You know? I think you need to remind yourself that you're just human, you won't always do everything perfectly, and that's okay. That is also a good idea, and my brain is not going to believe that. Like my brain is like, everybody else, they don't have to be perfect. They don't need to be perfect. They are perfect the way they are imperfect. But me, I gotta be perfect or else. I hold myself to a very high standard, which I cannot achieve, and I feel very bad about myself because of that. But that is also something that I am trying to work on. But also, I am realizing that the closer I am to the perfection, the further I am to like learning that. But also, I want to get better at things. So I don't know if I should stop, learn to be okay with myself, and then work on myself, like get better at things, or if I should do both things at the same time and then accepting myself, it's may not be like as good. Is it? Do I make sense? I can ramble sometimes. So sorry for that. And if I don't make sense, just tell me to stop talking, and I will. But be nice about it, okay? Also, okay, I'm looking at how the stream is looking for you, and I thought that it stopped crashing, but I see that it didn't. I love your vulnerability because you aren't the only one. I think you are doing amazing. Thank you. Your socials are going good, and honestly, and your honesty is sweet. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is also something that I've learned that if for somebody, me being honest about the fact that, for example, I have ADHD is like something that I shouldn't be talking about and something like that, then I just don't want those people in my life. I don't care. ADHD is a big part of my life. I mean, it literally changes the way my brain works. And I have hated myself long enough for that I'm not gonna do that again or anymore. If you don't think you're doing your best, then you need to figure out what it looks like when you are. If you're doing that is feeling like a massive task and getting really hard to accomplish what you envision, you should be able to do then it isn't something you're able to do, and that's okay. Your best is something you can do consistently without burning yourself out. It's not you're able to do when you're burning yourself at both ends. It does make sense, but it's also so hard to apply. And also with the ADHD and executive dysfunction, I feel like I'm not burning out, but I feel like I am going to burn out constantly, like with every task that I have. But also something that I'm trying to work on and just learn to understand myself better than just as I don't want to do it. Which is what my executive dysfunction is telling me. Also, if I'm reading the comments and I don't like read them, how do you say that? Not clearly. Like if I struggle with reading a little bit, that is also because of the stress and because English is not my native language. So it's a me problem, not a you problem. Just so you know. As simple as log into a website and press a button. Exactly. But something that helped me write my engineering thesis and finish my university and get my degree, is that I bought small candles. Something like this. These ones burn for like 40 minutes. And I just gave myself a rule that I am lighting this candle up, and for the next 40 minutes, I am not touching my phone. I am sitting in front of my computer. I can sit for 40 minutes and not do anything, but I am not touching my phone. And after a few minutes, I just get bored of sitting and I started writing. And that's how I wrote my whole like 60-page thesis or something. Was it 60? I think. So I really recommend that. Or just something similar, like giving yourself a sweet treat or whatever works for you. But for me, candles were great. Even now, whenever I'm productive, I do light a candle. And even right now, I have one lit up. You just can't see it. Also, it's massive, but I love it. I understand I still struggle to read Norwegian, my native language, because I only started school here in 10th grade. Yeah, exactly. And I think it's okay. Overall, speaking more than one language is very much okay, and we are pretty cool that we know more than one language and we can speak it and write and read and everything. Hell yeah, good job. Thank you. I again don't really know exactly what you're talking about because of the delay, but thank you. My brain would have me stuck staring at a wall for 3 hours before I did anything productive. Oh my god, okay, I don't have that, but well, then maybe a sweet treat would work as a reward for finishing something. How many languages do you speak? I speak Polish and English. I was trying to learn German for some time, but it's harder than English, and I didn't like it. Like I don't know if you ever tried to learn German, but the der die das is the same with Polish. But the thing is, I don't want to learn a second language that is this hard. I am thinking about learning Spanish or Portuguese, but I have too many things to do now, and I don't really want to make learning something another thing to do. I would rather focus on, for example, streaming, or I have companies with my boyfriend, so we also have to work on that. So I don't have that much free time. But thankfully, streaming so far is something that I really enjoy. Even streaming itself, of course, but even the setup and learning about it, I do quite enjoy. So I don't feel that exhausted after doing it, and I feel completely fine doing it in my free time. How many languages do you guys speak? I know Experiment you speak at least two, but maybe more. The best way for me to do something productive is to have someone next to me that can help me sort out my thoughts and help me with my executive dysfunction. So like a body doubling situation. English is my native Chinese. Oh, that is pretty cool. I think Chinese is like one of the hardest languages. So wow, I barely speak English. It's a horrible language. I wouldn't say that. I think it's pretty. I mean, horrible. It depends what exactly you mean as horrible. It's not that hard to learn, I feel like. Also, do you guys have any tips to learn a language? Because for me, for example, English, or even though I had English at kindergarten and at school since I was 6, I definitely didn't learn it at school. I learned it from watching YouTube videos in English and then started watching like Netflix, social media, and stuff like that. 4 languages. Oh my god. And fluently. Norwegian, English, Arabic, and Daria. What is Daria? Darha? How do you even say that? It sounds really cool, but I never heard it before. Understand and can read Danish and Swedish and French. Oh my god, you are so multilingual, and I felt cool with 2 languages. I am also fluent in sarcasm. I am very funny in Polish. At least that's what I can tell from reaction of other people, but I don't think I'm funny in English, and that is something that I have to work on. But also, how do you work on something like that? But because it's easier for me to speak Polish, I feel like it's also easier to be funny in that language. So I do feel like I'm lacking in like sarcasm or just being funny when it comes to English. And also, I feel like I am at the old age that doesn't really understand memes anymore. I still don't know what 6-7 means. I have tried to watch TikTok about it and got bored in the middle of it, and I still don't understand. Although I never really kept. I feel like when I was in technical school, so between 16 and 20, I had friends who were keeping up with like memes and everything like that. And because of them, I was also keeping up with that. And for the past 4 years since I finished that, I have no idea what is going on, like meme wise and trend wise. I know some trends on TikTok, like I know Labubus and stuff, but I feel very not good at that. Darga with hard G. Darja. It is a subject of Arabic spoken in North Africa. That is pretty cool. Why do you know these languages? Like Norwegian because you live there, English because it's English, but why Arabic and Darja? Like any interest in those parts of the world? English has so many contradictory nonsenses that are just not necessary for a language. Maybe, but I mean, I can understand that you feel this way, but for me, in comparison to Polish, it definitely makes a lot more sense than Polish. I see that a message was flagged for the word fuck. Yeah, I've accepted that message. I will have to work on those mods because mods, I think, because I don't really know how they work exactly yet. I know that there is one that is supposed to filter sexism, but I wrote in like the test one that like men are better than women, and it didn't flag it. So I don't know how well it works, but I just put everything on like semi blocking. There are like four. How do you say that? It's not amounts. It's like how much is blocked, and there are like four levels. Levels. That's the word. And I put everything on 2 and decided that I'm just going to change it if I ever need it. Okay, no F1's automatic for visit. Fuck, I forgot to say I spoke that too. I loved North I lived in North Africa for half my life, and I was born in Norway. My sisters speak French fluently while I don't. I only speak it somewhat. I mean, you still speak a lot of languages. I hope you have a lovely stream. I have to go make dinner, but so good to see you. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a lovely dinner. And I will see you in either my streams or your streams in the future. Goodbye. 7 actually really means anything at all. It's just trend that has been parroted by youth and has become a thing because it has no real meaning to it. Okay, then I can kind of understand it. Also, am I not too loud? This time I am not peaking, but I can see that I am often in the red territory, so maybe I am a bit too loud. I can quiet down my mic a little bit. I have my auto mod level at level 2 as well, otherwise I can fix things myself. Exactly, although I did not like the fact that it flagged the fuck, so I think I'll have to come back to that. You should be hitting the rate every now and then. Okay, then I think I'm fine. I did try to set up my mic so I can like kind of lean back on my chair more, but if I'm here, I cannot read the chat because my eyes don't work really well, so I have to be a little bit closer to the mic than I was expecting. 6-7 comes from a rap song that people started using it for TikTok edits, and now kids think that it's something cool or hip. I mean, it is for them. Like, we had our trends when we were their age, and I sound so old when I say it, but also being 17 was 7 years ago for me, so some time has passed. Also, guys, I will take a little break for the bathroom and I will be back in like 3 minutes. And I'm back. Hello, hello. We had what's 9 plus 10? I've heard it on like one of the Minecraft streams in like 2022, but I also don't know what that means. Give yourself something to drink too. Talking a lot can really dry your mouth and it's not fun. Welcome back. Oh, thank you. I do have a water. I have an Arizona too, but I forget to drink it. I will mute my mic because the sound of pouring may not be that nice, so just give me a second. I love amazing iced tea. I honestly mostly drink water, but I opened it yesterday for a bath, so I just have it now. It kind of looks like homemade wine. Arizona iced tea. I don't think I ever drunk it. We don't have much Arizonas available in Poland. When you're in a friend group and someone says that it's and continues to promote its popularity. That is true. That is a lot of very smart words that you just said, but you are right. I never thought about it honestly, but it does make sense. I feel like for me, the joke was 69 instead of 6-7, or we had X kurwa D, and it means X fuck D in Polish. 69 is 9. That's true. For me, 69 was like, it was a joke, then it was cringe, and then I laugh at it again. I am close to finishing the second flower after 1.5 hours. Okay, maybe I am not that close. I still have to do 2 rows. But that's closer than to the beginning, so. But 6 9 is funny because it's a sex position, not because I have the humor. Isn't a 12-year-old sex is fun. 6 9 is funny because it's a sex position, because I have the humor. Is a 12-year-old sex is funny. I don't really understand the last part of what you said. Experiment. I feel like I may be getting tired, and I'm not sure if I can do 4 hours of stream. I don't want to finish yet, but I think I might end after like 3 hours. It is proving to be more difficult and tiring than I was expecting. I have a childish humor, that's all. Okay, I understand. I mean, me too. I mean, for me, also 69 is funny, so. Especially with my boyfriend, I feel like we have pretty similar sense of humor, and yeah, we laugh at things like 69, or wherever we say a word that can be interpreted sexually, we will laugh at it. But also, I would never do that in front of anybody else than my boyfriend. Yes, my girlfriend and I will. Hello! We'll laugh together if we see something that looks like a penis. Same. We have a cat. We have 2 cats overall. The one black one that I had at the beginning of the video, and then we have one that is. black and white, and the white one has her nose and cheeks white, which makes it look like a dick. And we do very much laugh at it, especially that she is a very like derpy cat and very meme cat. Like she will sit. The other one, the black one, she's a princess. She knows it. The black and white one thing is that she has something like she doesn't close her mouth properly, as sometimes her bottom teeth go in front of her lip, and she looks like, and she just looks at you like that. The dick on her face is another thing, or the fact that she will sit. Most cats would just lay down. She sits literally like a human. Like she sits with like usually one of her legs up and like something like that. I may have a picture somewhere, but it's my phone. If I can find it and show it to you, I will show you, because she looks so funny. Ooh. I hope you'll be able to see that. Okay, it's not... Maybe if I do my screen a little bit darker? I don't know if you can see that clearly. But yeah, that's her. 69 should... 67 should peak by mid this year. Hope it dies off. It will be the 6-7 month of 2026-7. Hopefully, not really sure what got flagged there. The word die got flagged. Or like, I hope it dies. I think that got flagged. Thin little gremlin cat, I love it. Yes. She has the soul of an older dark happiness cat. Yes, exactly. And like, don't speak in Polish in my chat. Did you not read the rules? I will ban you. Danieks is my boyfriend, by the way. So, will it get better? I don't think it will. I don't think it's going to focus. He's telling me to put my hand next to the phone. It doesn't work. See, I'm a better influencer. Okay, we have the cat here. Look at her. Yeah, that's the cat. And also she's... The other one, she doesn't like to get picked up or anything. She doesn't mind. She's completely fine with being picked up and everything. Yes, exactly. That is Kretka. That's her name. But yeah, but she's so funny. But also, I sometimes feel like she's feeling hurt that we are laughing at her so much. Hi, boyfriend. I hope you're doing great. Thanks for the comment. He's doing great because he's with me. Yeah, he's playing and watching my stream at the same time. Also, Kretka, the black and white one, is more his cat, and the black one is more my cat. Wait, I need to count if I did this correctly, and I hope I did. Okay, I did. I can do the last row now. Yay. Them streaks, my girlfriend would say the same thing, and it's true. I'm very happy with my girls. That's good. I'm glad you're happy. I'm saying that just because that's what he would say. But also, not to... How do you say that? Not to kiss my own ass, but I've heard from multiple people that I'm a good girlfriend, mostly families of either my current boyfriend or my ex. So I think there is something about it. Also, it is so nice. Like when your significant other tells you that they love you and want to live with you, it's like one thing. But when their family or friends notice that they are happier with you, oh my god, that is another level of nice. Yeah, it's okay to brag. I agree. I agree. Also, funny thing about me and my boyfriend is that usually when we say it, I'm gonna say it yet. I'm gonna tell you in a second. Usually when I say it, people are surprised. But we met on Tinder, and I feel like Tinder is a place that was made to make maybe not friends, but find people to be in a relationship. But it turned out to be basically the last place where you expect to find love. But we did, and people are usually surprised that we did. And honestly, I was also surprised. Uh, did not expect it to end up being in a relationship, but I am really happy that it is. There is much more of a hookup exactly. Just people wanting to have sex exactly. Although I have also, for example, found my best friend on Tinder. She was the first. No, she was the first person that I have ever matched with, and we are still friends. But it is mostly hookups, definitely. I'm happy for you both. Thank you. I am happy for you and your girlfriend too. Where did you guys meet? If you would like to share that, or like if there's anybody else who would like to chat, feel free to also tell me something about your relationship or yourself or whatever. Honestly, I met my girlfriend on Discord, so I have no place to judge. We bonded over gossiping about this. That is the best gossiping. I met a friend who I'm not really friends with anymore, but we used to be friends when we were in the university together, and we met on Minecraft. Like my class, we had 200 people. We made a Minecraft server, and on that server, we started talking, and then we realized that we are in the same group, and we were friends for the whole 4 years of the university. And now the university has ended. We are not really friends anymore, but it was still pretty cool. Also, it was really cool to the fact that at first we didn't know, like we thought we for the first time met on Minecraft, but then we realized that we did actually see each other like during like the first classes. Um, and yeah, but when we first saw each other, we didn't get to be friends, and then on Minecraft we did. Also, it was like COVID time, so we only saw each other once, and then we had online classes, and that's also why we didn't like see each other, like met each other in person, but in Minecraft. Minecraft is the main game to bring people together. I agree, unless it's like a PvP server, then I don't agree. But yeah, I remember having like servers. I think at some point I had with my brother, then I had with friends from my technical school. It is really cool. Only my boyfriend doesn't want to play Minecraft with me, which I think is rude. But also, I do not want to play League with him, so I think it's kind of fair. I did something wrong, I think. I am so close to finishing this one. Oh my god. takes me so much time. I was doing the math and I was thinking that maybe if I have a 5 hour stream, then I will be able to do all of the flowers. And 1.5 hours in, and I'm on the second flower. I'd say it's going well, or almost well. Definitely close to finishing. Also, I gotta be honest, I was not expecting to have anybody in the chat, but I am so happy that I do. It is so nice and so encouraging that maybe there will be something with that streaming. I'm not talking about like getting big immediately, but like I see a chance of having a few reoccurring viewers and just chatting with them and building a small, nice community. And that is so nice. And something that I wasn't sure if that's going to happen before the first stream. No, I don't like griefing either. I had someone on our server that would just fuck up my builds and stuff. She even let loose the Elise and had in my base. Plot twist, those were my go Elise before we got together. And she got so mad at the girl and told her to get them back or else. I hate people like that. Like, why would you fuck up something for somebody? It doesn't bring you anything. I can kind of understand if you're playing and you will like steal something, which I also wouldn't do and don't think it's okay, but I can understand it. But like coming and, for example, TNTing somebody's house, what's the point? Yeah, you're really chill and fun to chat with. Thank you. I'd be happy to come back again and be part of the community. You are very welcomed to be a part of the community. And you are also a really nice chatter and somebody who definitely chats the most. Although everybody who chats, I love you all very much, but you do it the most. And I think you are helping me the most through this stream because of that. But I am very thankful for everybody who followed, who is watching, who's chatting, uh, who's not chatting, whatever you do in the stream. I'm so glad that you're here. And this stream is so above any expectations that I ever had for the first stream. And I'm just so happy. Yeah, and the girl only wanted to fuck with me. Why was it only me? She ruined my entire map room and mixed up my maps so I couldn't figure out how to fix it. I don't know, but I don't like her now. So, yeah. Maybe, I, I don't know if it's a thing, but I remember when we were younger, if a boy was not really nice to a girl, a teacher would say that like, oh, he just likes you and that's why he's not nice. So maybe that's what she's doing. Although I don't think that being rude is a way to show somebody's affection, but some people don't really know how to communicate in a healthy way. So maybe that's what it was. I don't know. You'd have to ask her. Or maybe she just tried to be cool. I once had somebody, um, I don't know, asking me if I want to be drowned by them to because they wanted to be cool, which I said no, and thankfully she didn't drown me. But yeah, people do weird things to be cool. I sometimes wonder where those people are right now, like bullies and stuff. She wasn't a bully. She was in my school. She was in like a different school, and she only talked. I wouldn't say with me, to me once. But like, I'm wondering what is happening to her right now. And we have another flower done. I'm going to attach it now. Again, I'm going to choose like a random spot, a little bit later. Okay, and there we go. We have both flowers. Then I remember there was definitely one light green and either one or two is like blue green. So I'm gonna do the light green now. Maybe later I will try to find info in the chat. I'm trying to be my best and respectful chatter. The last thing I want is for you to get a bad taste in your mouth for streaming so you can come back and build community for yourself. Thank you. That is very nice. Although thinking like that should be the bare minimum, but also in today's world it's not. So I'm glad that you are like that. No, the girl was lesbian. She was just annoying and wanted to ruin things for me. I was friends with her fiance. They weren't together at the time. So maybe she was jealous of me. Maybe she wanted to, like, she did that to you so you would talk about it to her fiance and this way the fiance would notice her. Review for another flower mate. Thank you. It only took me almost 2 hours. But I am having very much fun just telling to you guys, or currently to you, experiment and not doing that many flowers. Also, I thought that I'm going to be able to finish the whole vein and the leaves and everything, but I don't know if I should put it and not put it, if I should do it in the next stream or if I should do it off stream. I'm thinking that it would be good to like have more people, uh, more followers, to have more flowers, because currently 10 flowers, it's going to look a little bit weird, but also who cares? And it's going to be more special for those 10 people to be on that light. I don't know. I will think about it. We will see if I will have like another idea to do on the stream on Thursday. And if not, then I will just keep doing the flowers. Next time, I definitely have to figure out something that I have to focus on less. We will see. Okay, so far so good. I've already finished 2 rows of the third flower. So we are going well. We are doing well. I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about. I think I'm getting a little bit tired. Where are the things you'd be happy to stream and play in the future? You mentioned Minecraft. Minecraft definitely. I've also recently there were some sales on Steam, and I got Unpacking and a little to the left, something like that. I've never played either of those, but they do seem like something that I would like. Because my vibe is basically like cozy and just like not hard, mm, not something where I have to really focus, try hard, grind for 100 hours to get at least a little bit good and stuff like that. So something like that. I am definitely also looking for other games. I also definitely want to do crafting more. But for that, I have to figure out the mic situation because I don't think I can, like, for example, paint and then have this mic on the foam thingy that I have. Uh, so I don't know yet. I do have a list of ideas, but they're just like ideas that I have to perfect, you know? A little to the left is so cozy and nice, so is unpacking. That's what it seems like. That's what it seems like to me. A little to the left is a good game for someone that likes organizing. I do like, although I am a little bit of a messy person, but I feel like mostly because I have more things that I can fit in my room. Because I went from living in my own apartment to I moved to this house, and here I only have a room for myself. So I had to squish a lot of things into this one room, and I'm not fitting into it, especially when it comes to art stuff. So that makes me a little bit messy because I don't have like places for things. For example, I have a whole box of art stuff just on the floor because I don't have anywhere to put it. But I do. It feels very satisfying to like organize and put things, or like I love also finishing something, like finishing a pack of tea, and I can throw it out and make space for a new one. Love it. And playing Minecraft, is it while having a server that you play on and build up, or speedrunning? Oh, definitely not speedrunning. Mm-mm. Definitely having my own world and just playing on that. Definitely like maybe building something. I do like building mm, like automatic farms. It's very satisfying to me, but I do have to always do it with like a YouTube tutorial, not by myself because redstone is crazy and definitely not something that I can understand. But yeah, my own world definitely. Speedrunning, no. As I said before, I died 13 times when I was trying the Ender Dragon, trying to kill the Ender Dragon. So speedrunning is definitely not for me. Especially, I was, I think today or yesterday, I'm just like sometimes looking through the streams when I have time and looking through either small creators, or sometimes I will look at like the biggest creators and see what they are doing that I can like maybe take something from. And I was watching XQC, and he had, I have no idea even what it was, but he had an option to like choose one of 12 words that were generated, and like speedrunning this way, I don't even know what it is, so I don't think I'm even close to competing with that. I wish I streamed a lot of the builds I made. I have a trading post and some roads I've built that I'm proud of. I put firefly bushes under the roads to make them glow up at night. It looks magical. That sounds really magical. Although I am not up to date with what is currently happening in Minecraft because I haven't played it in like 3 years, and I know that they've added quite a lot since then. But maybe you could do like a stream where you play Minecraft and part of it is showing what you've already done. I like the idea of automation in Minecraft, just the logic behind the how is sometimes questionable. Might as well play something like satisfactory. I don't know what that is, but I will write that down and check it out. Is that the satisfactory something where you like make factories? Yeah, I can do that. Showing off my builds. I made a dance floor too. Ooh, that's cool. I made a huge underground like magazine. It's not how storage room. Oh, that's what it is. Mm, and I made it with like what's called like black cobblestone, the thing that you get from Nether, and like archers and stuff, and it looks really cool. And although my favorite part was digging a huge hole, but it looks now too. How did you make a dance floor? Like, is there? Do you have the what are they called? Junk boxes, junk boxes. The music thingies. Do you have lights or something like that? How does that look? Yeah, I really need to make a storage room. I am terrible at sorting stuff. I do like sorting stuff. That is something that I like more. Like, as I said before, I like to go into the just underground and mine for hours and then sort it and stuff like that. And I am not really good with building because I can't really imagine how something is supposed to look. I have the same thing with, for example, paintings. I love painting, but I would rather do something like do a tutorial than come up with something myself because that is hard for me to like imagine something artistically. If that makes sense. I'm pretty good with coming up with ideas on how to resolve problems, but coming up with artistic ideas, I'm not really good at. I rather take an inspiration from somebody else and then do it my way or just do it the same way as they're doing, depending on what it is. I use those light blocks as the floor, then underneath a bunch of observers that look back into each other, so it's an endless loops of lights that are spinning and flashing while you're dancing on it. I don't know what light blocks are, but it does sound pretty cool. Light blocks, the lamps, something like that. The like the brown ones. Is that what it is? Okay, I finished the hard part of the third flower. I think I'm going pretty good with this one. I might be able to do the fourth one also. Yes, the lamps. I used the lamp blocks. Oh, okay. I can imagine it now. It, it sounds like it's really cool. And I would love to see the stream where you show off things. Do you stream? I guess probably yes. On Twitch. There's also a chance that you have an account on Twitch, a stream and Kick, but also, are there any other viewers who stream and would like to share that? Do we have somebody else? There is somebody was talking about streaming. The Charmander who raided me also streams. But anybody else? Also, why did you decide to stream? Mm, like this. Yeah, I do stream here on Twitch. I haven't streamed in a bit because I've been away from home, but I want to focus more on streaming this year. That's a good resolution for the year. I've also like because I wanted to start streaming a few years ago, but because I tried to make everything perfect and because I didn't plan the date or anything like that, I just put everything for later and later and later and it never happened. And I feel like the way I did it this year, which is that I set up the date and I stick to that date, and it was like I will either make it as good as possible or I'm not gonna have time, but I'm still going to stream and I will still stick to the schedule that I have and everything like that. And then whenever I have time, I will try to make it better. I feel like it's so much better than just trying to perfect everything. I decided to stream because I was having so much fun playing both alone and with friends and wanted to have it recorded and share it to people. That's cool. That's really nice. I don't really have friends to play with. I mean, my boyfriend sometimes, but we don't really play online. And also, I'm not really good at many games. That's why there is a limited amount of games that I play because I don't like playing, like doing overall things that I'm not good at. And since I'm not one of those people who play since they were a child because I was never interested in playing when I was a child, besides Minecraft, then I never got good at it. And now I get very annoyed when something is not working, even when we're playing Lego with my boyfriend. And I do quite enjoy this game, but there are moments where something just doesn't make sense to me or something is not going the way I want it, and I get really frustrated. And I feel like it would be also annoying to watch somebody get annoying at the littlest things. So yeah, very limited to the games when it comes to the games. I've done the same. I've been wanting to stream before, but never really put in that much effort because I was anxious and second guessing myself. I'm glad that you overcome the second guessing and the anxiousness. That is also something that I'm trying to learn. I don't know if you guys know Elise Myers on TikTok, but she often says, do it scared. Like whatever you want to do it scared. And I'm trying to learn that like being comfortable is not the point when you're starting something or feeling that you feel ready. It's not the point. You start when you want to start and then you just perfect it. And not the other way around. Not first perfection and then starting. Although I do still get very frustrated where something is not going my way. So I'm still definitely in the process of learning that. Weirdly enough, people do enjoy watching people who aren't that good. I've been obsessed with a guy who's never played Minecraft and knows almost nothing about it, and I love how he has figured out how to play the game. That is interesting. I will definitely keep that in mind whenever I will try to play something new. I'll try to keep in mind that it is something that people might enjoy. But also, I can see that. I feel like knowing something, like being good at something and watching somebody learn it brings a lot of joy. So I feel like I understand. I never looked at it this way. I can see that I'm getting tired because I am starting to stutter, but I'll try to maybe talk a little bit slower and hopefully that will help. I love that saying, I still try to do things scared, but I still need a bit of a push to shake off the anxiety and the stress. Same. But also, I feel like sometimes enough of a push is realizing what is going to happen if you don't do it. I've read, I don't know what it was, hmm, some kind of like self help book, but it basically said that, are you ready for whatever? And it's a question of, are you ready, for example, to start streaming, but also, are you ready to live a life of regret and not starting streaming? Like, which one are you more ready for? And which one are you more okay with? And it often turns out that you are definitely more okay with trying something, at least trying, than living with regret. And that also kind of changed the way I started looking at things. And even said it, I made a TikTok on why I want to start streaming. I'm sorry, I had to take a second because I feel like I stopped reading. But yeah, I made a TikTok about why I started streaming, and like the biggest point, obviously, being big, earning money, doing it for a living, that is great and something that I think most of people who are trying streaming would like to achieve. But the biggest thing for me is that I do not want to be 40, 50, 70 and think about how much I regret not trying it. I am ready to go to sleep. Then good night. I hope you will sleep well. Unless it's like you are ready but you don't really want to do it, then not good night. So in Norway, it's night now. Yes? I don't know how, like, I don't want to make myself sound stupid, but I don't really know, like, which way time zones work. Like, if I looked on the map and I know what time it is in Poland, I don't know if. Wait, it's. Okay, it does make sense. It's later, more to the west, and it's earlier, more to the east. I think I never thought about it. I hope I'm not making myself seem stupid. No, not like that you are talking about the stuff you're ready for, and those. Okay, the sun has gone down now, but it's still 8:10. So it's the same time zone as in Poland. It is also you use the 24-hour system. We also do that, but I'm trying when I'm speaking English, since a lot of English speakers use the 12 hours and PM and I try to convert the time, but it's also 18:10 for me. And for non 24-hour users, it's 6:10 p.m. for us. But it is also dark here. I Is it true that in Norway you have times where, like, in the middle of winter, where the sun doesn't come up at all? Because I am definitely thinking about moving out from Poland, uh, because I don't really like our government and other stuff. And I've heard that in, like, Scandinavia is, like, happy people live there. I think Finland or Sweden is like the happiest country on earth. So that seems very promising, but not having sunlight for like few months, I think, or few weeks even, that doesn't sound really nice. That sounds like seasonal depression. Verbally, I'll say 10 past 6, but I'll still write. I'm trying to think how I say it. I think it depends. I will sometimes say 18 and sometimes I will say 6 or like any other hours. Usually, I think I would say 18:10. That's the least converting my brain has to do. I just read whatever the clock says. Also, why is why do we still have, like, some people who use 12-hour system and some 24-hour system, and some people use like feet and pounds and stuff like that? Why haven't we as world decide on one system? And obviously the right one is the metric system, but like, can't we just agree on one? The same, we could have like one um, currency in the whole world. That would be pretty cool. You would have to like exchange your currency for a different one when you're going somewhere. But also there are probably reasons why we don't do it that I don't know about. It's only in the north of Norway where the sun doesn't shine in the winter, but even here in Oslo, the daylight is still pretty short in the winter, and the night is also short in the summer. I visited my grandma who lives in the north of Norway, and the sun never set while out. That sounds okay. I wasn't there to say that it sounds pretty cool, but also sleeping like that is probably not cool. But like having a party like that, that's pretty cool. Very sure it's only USA that use imperial measurements still. Doesn't the UK use that too? I might be wrong, but I think they do. There's a really long twilight. Everyone else uses metric now. Yeah, if that's true and the US is the only ones, I don't think they will change. I just don't. Also, what the fuck is happening in the US right now? I don't really want to talk about politics, but also, what the fuck is happening? It for me, when I usually get my information from TikTok because I don't care about it enough to like go on the news and read what's happening there. Although, if they are going to start the Third World War, then I will probably start reading the news. But still, I just see those videos and it looks like somebody is describing some very weird movie to me. You have a lot of window blinds that blocks out the light so you can sleep. I like the eye masks the most when it comes to like covering the light. Now people are still alive that use, so it is still a reference. Very sure they have exchanged the magic decades ago. Okay. Okay, I understand. How do you guys feel about talking about politics? I really don't like it, especially my girlfriend's home, so I'm gonna talk to her now. Okay, goodbye. I hope you have a very lovely time with your girlfriend. Yeah, politics are definitely not something that I like because it makes me really stressed out. But also, I feel like the times that we live right now, you kind of have to know at least a little bit, which makes me very anxious about it. And I really don't like what is happening right now. And I feel like it's enough that it's very hard to find a job, at least in Poland. It's hard to find a house or have money to buy a house. And now, also, whatever is happening politically right now. I hope you have an amazing rest of your stream. Glad I got to come to your first stream and hope to see you in the next one. I also hope to see you, and I'm really glad that you were here. And thank you so much for being here and chatting with me so much. And I also hope to see you in your streams. I don't know at what times you will stream, so I don't know if I will have time to be there, but I'll definitely try. I'm only okay with talking about politics with people I know. I don't want my political opinion out on the internet because that's a recipient for disaster. For me, I feel like major political views are fine, and I will also don't mind to know them about other people, especially when there are topics that are very important to me. But I also wouldn't really like to go in the details. But I also feel like, for example, talking about what is happening in the US is not that political because, I mean, it's not like, how do you say it? I feel like most people are going to have the similar opinion about it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But anyway, I am very close to finishing the third flower. Hmm. This is the part where I have to focus the most. So if I'm taking little breaks with talking, that's why. I guess I have to alternate between 4 different stitches here and focus on how I'm doing that. But I am close to finishing it, so it should only take me a little while more. And I will be done with the third flower. Okay, one more. I thought the last one is going to be the last one, but it wasn't. Just a little bit more. Now it's the harder part of the stream because I have to talk to myself, and that's definitely harder than talking to somebody. And I am also getting a little bit tired, but I think I will do one more flower and we'll end there. It is a very nice stream, and as I said before, very much exceeded my expectations for the first stream, and it's making me very hopeful for the future and very happy for the future. Okay, and the third flower is done, and I'm going to put it on here again. And somewhere a little bit like later, maybe here. Okay. There we go. Wait. There we go. We have the 3 flowers that I made, the 3 flowers that I made. Only 7 more to go. I hope you enjoy streaming. That is the important part. I think I will because I do plan to do things that I would usually do in my free time, like crocheting or playing cozy games. So I think I will. The only thing is to get used to talking all the time and coming up with topics because that is not that easy. It felt a lot easier before I started streaming. I felt like, oh, I have so many thoughts that I definitely be fine just talking all the time, but it's not as easy as I thought. But I feel like that's also something that I can work on and improve on, and like just know what I can start talking about whenever I don't have somebody to answer to. But yeah, overall I feel like for the first stream I'm doing pretty good. I was definitely expecting myself to make a lot more mistakes. I mean, I definitely did a lot, make many mistakes, but I was expecting myself to make more mistakes that I would immediately notice and immediately just like not be happy with myself because of them. And at least for now, I'm not noticing that many. There are definitely some little ones, but even I am exceeding my expectations. Chatting to what appears to be no one there would be difficult. Honestly, I feel like it would be much easier to have 0 viewers and talk because then I can talk about just anything. And when I have viewers, I do have that feeling in the back of, not feeling, that thought in the back of my head that I have to keep those people entertained so they don't click off. And I feel like that is more stressful. There are a lot of people that enjoy having a streamer for the company, even if they do not interact with you. Lurkers are your head hard to get your head around. I know I am usually that person. I don't really chat in the stream. I just like to watch it, especially when I'm doing something. I will just turn a stream on and just kind of have it in the background while I'm, for example, painting or crocheting. So I completely understand, and I'm not definitely not trying to call anybody out. And I hope anything that I'm saying is not being received this way because that is not my point. Just like I'm just trying to say what I'm experiencing, not trying to call anybody out. Yeah, but lurkers are. I love lurker. We love lurkers here, and yeah. Although I've heard something that lurkers will not be counted as viewers soon on Twitch. I don't know how much of it is true, but if so, then I feel like it's stupid because I feel like most of the time, most people that are watching are lurkers. So I don't understand why they would even like think that it's a good idea. Same, I'm working on CAD modeling right now, like a co-working stream. Exactly. That is good. And also I feel like it would be good for people with ADHD as body doubling. That would be lovely. Yeah, but also whenever I do something, I have to have something in the background because if I'm, for example, just crocheting, then one, I am left with my thoughts and that's scary. And two, I'm just getting bored. I have to always like watch something, listen to something, and do something. And that's the only time when I don't feel bored. So yeah, definitely always putting on some kind of show or stream or YouTube video or something like that when I'm doing something. So yeah. Also, I feel like it's so understandable for lurkers, and I also feel like I don't understand why streamers would call out lurkers because honestly, I have for right now I have 6 viewers. I feel like if 6 people started writing a chat at the same time, it would be very hard to keep up and be able to answer to anybody, to everybody. So that is completely okay to just not chat, and I feel like for the streamer is also easier to interact with smaller amount of people because there are just less people to answer to, which again, I'm not trying to call out people who are chatting. It's just that I feel like that's the way it is. If you have one answer, let's say per minute, you have a minute to answer. But if you have if you have one message per minute, then you have 1 minute to answer. And if you have 6 messages per minute, then you have 10 seconds to answer each one. So you have less time, and you're not able to just talk as much for to everybody. Okay, I am done with my second row here. I am getting better at those flowers or with the speed of making them. So that's good. Twitch has separated lurkers and chatter in count now. There will be a viewer count, everyone, and I think it's a chatter count available to you. At the moment, I believe they are not effectively any different for the streamer. But it is an odd direction to take unless they are going to stop counting anonymous viewers. But I feel like I don't see a point with doing that. I mean, like, thank you for explaining to me. I'm just like answering to the last part that it's weird on their part. And honestly, the only reason that I can think of why they would do that is to pay streamers less. The like streamers are going to get paid only for the chatters and not the lurkers. But again, I feel like lurkers are over half of the viewers overall on Twitch. So why would you do that? I don't know. Is it like a weird way to encourage somebody to chat? Because I don't feel like it's going to work. It wouldn't work on me. So lurkers are the backbone Twitch. Exactly, exactly. So I don't know. But also, companies are doing so many weird things recently that I'm not surprised by anything, honestly. It's so annoying. Like, for example, I was watching this video about Google that they, for at first, they gave a great service for free, and everybody just got used to using Google, and now they are making it worse for the people who are using it to search, but also for people who have websites and they're, for example, promoting sponsored um, products or websites so much more that if you are not if you are not getting sponsored like ads on Google, then you are basically very hard to find, and I don't like that. I have a theory. It might be a reaction to the changes to Aussie and UK laws that prohibit under 16s from having accounts. Is it also happening in the UK? I heard that it is happening in the Australia, but I didn't know that UK is also that. I feel like that is such a hard topic to figure out, like how, because for example, I know that I've created Facebook that at the time was available since the user was 13, and I created that at 11. I just changed the year of my birth. So that's definitely not good enough to actually stop young people from using it, but also huge companies having photos of, for example, your IDs. I feel like that might be even worse because I feel like we all know what big companies do with our data, and that is not deleting it or keeping it safe. So I don't know. I feel like there would have to be a separate government service that would verify the age and then say that that age is verified to those big companies, and then the government service would not sell the data or anything like that. But also, is something like that actually stopping the young kids from seeing those things? Because I feel like if you start doing that on the popular platforms, then they are going to come up other platforms who are not going to have the age verification, and they might be even worse than the platforms who are that are big and that are being moderated. You don't need an account to watch Twitch, so it doesn't stop anyone under 16 from watching legally gray area that could be problematic for Twitch and other similar platforms. Oh, okay. But also, so do they want to stop lurkers from watching then? Because whether or not that view is counted for the streamer doesn't change the fact that there's somebody watching. The only thing would be that somebody cannot watch a stream. But also, when you are streaming, you can put that you have like gambling or sexual content or something like that. So that should be kind of stopping. And maybe there should be, I don't know, I don't know what it looks like right now, but maybe um, if there is like 18 plus content, then you should only be able to watch it if you have an account. I don't know if it is that way right now or not, but there's the gray area. Kiki's words are also the same in not needing to log in. Yeah, I've heard about Kik. I've never watched it because it just seems like another great place, at least from what I heard about it. Although, from what I know, streamers make more money there, but still, there is a part of the internet that I do not want to be a part of. But I feel like it is a hard topic. Like, on one hand, you do want to protect the kids, and on the other, how to do it in a good way. And is there a good way to do it? Hard, definitely a hard conversation. I'm glad that I do not want to have kids because I will never have to worry whether they watch something that they're supposed to or not. I honestly feel like being a parent is a healthy parent is a very hard thing to do, and I am impressed with everybody who does it well, because that's it takes so much time and money and everything to be that, and that is one of the reasons why I don't want to be that. Also, I hate the fact that whenever I'm telling somebody, not my age, but like older people, the generation, at least in Poland, there was very much an expectation on everybody to get married and have kids. And now, when I'm talking to those people and I tell them that I don't want to have kids, they, I've heard that I am mm, only thinking about myself. And I've also heard multiple times that I'm going to change my mind, but I don't think I will, because this, for me, it's not something that just feels like I don't want to do it. It's kind of more of calculation of pros and cons, and I don't think this is something that is for me. The government is trying to parent. There is no good way to do that. I don't argue against having to be 16 to have accounts on certain parts one, but should it really be government regulated? I get what you're saying, and I have no idea what is the answer. I also feel like it kind of should be on the parents, but also I know that there is no way, for example, my parents would know what I was doing on the internet when I started to have my phone. And it is very normal for, I don't know, like 6, 8, 10 years old to have a phone with internet. So like how do you check what they are doing during school breaks or when they are going to a friend, you know? But I also do get that government shouldn't really focus on that, and it should be parents because they are the one who are raising the child. But I feel like it's hard on both ends. I will have to mute my mic for a second because I can feel that I have a stuffy nose and I cannot breathe. So give me just a second. Okay, I am back. I don't have a stuffy nose anymore. There is also no way to actively regulate it. VPN to Russia, kids can sign up to whatever they want. That too. And just they will be platforms coming up that don't require you to be 16. But the same thing is, for example, in Poland right now, we had like one use vapes banned. And the thing is that they are not available. They are not available legally. There's a huge black market for it, and even bigger now. And the prices are huge. The availability is huge, and the government is not even like getting taxes from that because it's illegal. So on one hand, yes, you are trying to do something to be more eco-friendly, but also if it's banned, then it's not regulated. So is it actually better? But I guess there is no like right or wrong way, or like, I mean, not, there is probably a wrong way. There's no right way to do it. They can just try and see what happens, and hopefully just like see the outcome and make something out of it and decide to make it better, because there is probably no perfect answer, whether it's the kids on social media or the vapes that I was talking about in Poland. But I don't know. Politics are also hard, same as being a parent. That's why I am trying to be a streamer. I am in the middle of the fourth flower. As I said before, I think when I finish this one, I will be ending the stream. I think I am getting a bit tired, but it was great, almost 3 hours to spend with all of you. But I am not saying my goodbyes just yet. I still have this flower to finish. Vapes are banned here. All it has done is unregulate the sales of it. There is a suburb here that every other street has a grocery store that religious sells vapes. That's exactly what I am talking about. It's just unregulated. Hello, I saw your TikTok and just wanted to say hi. Congrats on your first team. Hello, thank you so much. That is so nice that you came. One of them is about 100 meters from the local police station. Exactly. Also, I feel like there is so much of it that you just cannot control it, even if you wanted to. Because I don't know where you are, but in Poland, we definitely don't have enough police officers to control everything that is happening illegally while trying to keep our streets safe. So, yeah, I also think that regulating them would be a better option than banning, but I'm not a politician, so excuse me. I can't really do much about it. I was watching a video sometime not that long ago from Fern. I don't know if you know them on YouTube. They're making video about cocaine in Europe and how the police is like finding and seizing hundreds of tons, and it's not even making a dent in everything that is coming. So yeah, there's just so much that. Wait, am I hearing right now? Are you Polish? I didn't know. Cześć, danke. Yes, I am Polish, but we are definitely trying to keep chat in English. But hello, fellow Polish person. Yeah, I do live in Poland, but I am definitely thinking about living and moving somewhere else. I just don't know where yet. And also, I do have companies here that I'm building with my boyfriend. So, and they are not something that we can just move around. So I don't know how that's going to go, but we'll see. They get raided reasonably regularly. All the police can do is confiscate the material and issue fines. They just don't keep much stock in store and ferry it to the shop when they get low. Yeah, exactly. Also, if the raids are regular, then they will prepare for them, like having low stocks. And also, I'm guessing the fines are not even close to what they are earning from selling it illegally. I wonder if there will be a point in the future where like drugs and stuff like that are going to be actually not available to buy. Because as of right now, definitely it's not something that's happening. But also, I can understand that it is hard to figure out how to do it. But I'm just curious if something like that is going to happen at some point. I There's a cat meowing next to me. Maybe she wants to come in. Just give me a second. Maybe we'll have a cat in the stream on the stream. We have a cat. I don't know if she will want to come on my legs. Come here. Come on. This is the princess. I have two cats. We talked about it earlier. One of them has a dick on her face, and this is the other one. This is the princess one, the fully black one. Do you want to come here? Come on. She doesn't want to. I don't know why. She usually does come on my legs. Maybe in a second she would like to join us. She's looking at me. She usually does it when she does want to come up on my legs, but I don't know. Drugs will always be a relative term. They're also true. There we go. You want to say hi? Say hi. Hi. Yeah, this is my little baby. Out of the two cats, she's my favorite. And I know that I shouldn't have a favorite, but the other one is my boyfriend's favorite, so I think it's fair that each one of us has their favorite. Yes. It's my little demon. She looks like a demon, but she acts like a very sweet cat, and I love that about her. She also acts like a lady. I want her dark feminine energy. I don't know how she does it. Although she is going definitely to ask for pets now. So I'm not sure if I will finish the flower, but I'll try my best. Also, I am just now realizing that I don't know how to rate somebody, and I would definitely love to do that. Do I have to? Can I do it from OBS, or do I have to do it from Twitch? I have no idea. I guess I will just look up a tutorial in a second. I think. I don't know if you can hear her. She's like not really purring and not really meowing, something in between. Okay, and she left. I think I didn't give her enough cuddles for her liking. What else? Maybe I will tell you guys a little bit about myself because I haven't done that. I'm not sure if it will let me type it. Raid channel name. You can type raid. Oh, thank you so much. Then I will do that. That is easier than I expected. It's so nice to have people who know streaming in the chat and you can help me. I love that. Okay, but about me, I'm 24 years old, 25 this year. I have two cats and a boyfriend. We also live with a dog, and I am severely allergic to dogs, and I am also kind of allergic to cats. And I'm also lactose intolerant. But I'm taking my allergies and intolerances more as a suggestion than something that I actually act upon. Because how am I supposed to get rid of those cuties, aka my cats? I could get rid of the dog. I don't like the dog. It's not mine. That's probably why I don't like it. Uh, and also the dog makes me a lot more allergic than cats. So mm, I live in Poland. I said that before, but I would like to move somewhere else. I have finished IT school, and I have my engineering thesis about. Mm, First, I finished IT technical school, then I went to IT university, and the spec was mobile programs and systems. Although I have no idea how to program, so don't ask me how I finished that. And I have an engineering degree from that, the mobile apps and systems. In my free time, I mostly like to do art, like crochet. I've been crocheting for 3.5 years on and off. I don't know how to knit. I would like to learn that, but I've tried to do it a few times and I just don't know how to do it. I have problems with tension and it's just not working. What else? I like every other art. What kind of engineering? IT. I've, I'm guessing it's because of the delay. IT, uh, mobile apps and systems, to be exact. Mm. I like to paint sometimes, draw. No, I don't really like drawing. I prefer, I think, coloring. I also like to do like anything else, anything that seems fun, like clay, for example, or something like that. With mm, the art and me liking making things, I think on the streams I will be, for example, making things for the background to make it more interesting. I definitely have some ideas for um, Valentine's Day. I think at the end of January I will make a stream where I'll be decorating the mostly the bed frame because that's what you can see for Valentine's Day. Also, something that might be a little bit more unexpected is that I don't really like decoration. I don't really like things that are not useful, and I like making them, but I don't like having them because they collect the dust, and I don't like cleaning that. So I rather just not have things. So I am mostly decorating because of the stream and because I think that it is going to look nice, and not because it's like what I would do. But I think it's okay. At least I will now have a reason to do the decorations. I have my fourth flower, and I will attach it again. I just push the light through the center. I haven't showed it yet. And then I have a tail in the middle, and I tighten it, and it's on there. Okay, I will now look for somebody to raid. Do you guys have somebody who you know who's streaming. I would like if somebody did something similar, so like art or crafts or something like that. I'll try to look myself too. Wait. I'm usually in bed by this time. So you should be sleeping, but you are not? Am I understanding this right? Oh, then you should definitely go to sleep. I have somebody who is journaling and somebody who I think is crocheting, either crocheting or knitting. Do you guys have a preference? I think maybe the crocheting or knitting should be more appropriate. Okay. Do I know if I wrote the name correctly in the raid? Okay, but before I present her, I just want to thank you everybody for watching me, for following. Thank you so much for everybody who was in the chat for chatting. Thank you so much, or all the lurkers for lurking, because I also really appreciate that. This stream definitely exceeded my expectations, and I just don't know what to say because of how happy I am and how surprised I am that this went the way it did. So thank you, everybody. And I will not. Oh no, the stream that I wanted to send you just ended. Okay, so I'm sending you to somebody else who is currently journaling. I think that's going to be also fun to watch. I will also join that for a moment. Although no, probably I will go to my boyfriend and scream about how happy I am, how well this live ended. Not ended, how this live went. Okay, I am sending you to from Carola. Be nice. And yeah, I hope you guys also enjoyed. And goodbye.